Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Uhuru-Muigai Kenyatta, the fourth president of the Republic of Kenya, met with Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. We are going to look at this, but allow me to start here. The month of January is the Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm taking this opportunity to spread this information and create this awareness to our sisters, our mothers, our spouses, and those in this channel that take a moment and do cervical cancer screening. It's a very important aspect of just knowing what's going on. It's one that also took upwards veteran journalist and peer in the industry, Catherine Kasavoli. Big thank you to President Ruto for settling the hospital bill of the veteran journalist. I'm so beating that because I've also ran a fundraiser to someone who was going through Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, Raila Odinga flew to the coast on Thursday and met with the ODM delegates. And while meeting the ODM delegates, he was so specific and very objective in his speech. Then that was on Thursday. Before celebrating the birthday, Uhuru Kenyatta also flew in the coast with his family. And according to a report that has been confirmed by Daily Nation, where a hotel, former President Uhuru Kenyatta was spotted in a coastal hotel with his family. And I just want to get it here now. This photo here, that is former President Uhuru Kenyatta and other members of his family. He took photos with the staff in that place. Francis Wekesa, who is the manager in the restaurant known as, I want to get it, yes, Mooring Restaurant. Yes, Moorings Restaurants located in Mtwapa, wrote on their social media pages, tagging along the photos of former president, saying that indeed former President Uhuru was here with his family on Saturday for a private lunch where they served select seafood items from our diverse menu. The restaurant's manager, Francis Wendera, said the very Saturday, which is on 7th, is the day Raila Odinga was celebrating his birthday. It is not by coincidence that Raila was in the coast with Uhuru-Muigai Kenyatta. The handshake brothers were together. Political commentators and observers read more than this, that it is not a coincidence. We've always said that everything is normally choreographed for a specific objective. So I want us to go straight to what the president and Ruto and Raila could have discussed. But to give you a bearing, I just want to remind you about some three aspects that Raila addressed while at the coast. While meeting the ODM delegates, Raila was at pains discussing or dispelling rumors that Azimio is dead. According to him, Azimio is still a coalition to watch. And number two, he also defended the absence of Hassan Joho as the deputy party leader of ODM party. And of course, as we had, I think we had also analyzed to you that Joho is out of the country. Joho is actually in the US. And he was also supposed to be in Dubai, according to what I had confirmed. So when Joho touches back, he will resume his duties as the deputy party leader. That is number two. Number three, Raila also dispelled rumors that Azimio governors that were working or rather were attending William Ruto functions had defected to Kenya Kwanza, revealing that they have been getting approval from the PL himself, Raila Odinga. From all that, you can see that apart from Raila was not just in the coast just to celebrate his birthday, he was also there on a political mission. So those are the three aspects. So let's delve deep and look at what could have been at Raila and Uhuru's diary. Guys, what do you suspect? What do you think? Some people might say, there is nothing I'm thinking. I'm only thinking that I can't think. So what do you think Raila discussed with Uhuru? And where this report is finally out? Number one, Uhuru is pegged with Raila, and that's an observation you can make. Uhuru is pegged with Raila to checkmate William Samoei Ruto. Since William Ruto came into office, there have been reorganization and rearrangements that have also seen Uhuru Kenyatta's allies that were in government, especially the parastatals, being kicked out. And it can be understood as revisit. One that I have always also taken is there have been a consistent approach where you see President Ruto seems to be targeting areas of interest of the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. So this is something that you can look at keenly, and look at it keenly, you realize that the only man that can hold brakes where William Ruto, that can actually take William Ruto head on, is Raila Odinga. And when a revisit against the IBC started and the discussion about we are going to look at what happened here and there, the person that took it head on is Raila. In fact, in my first video I analyzed that Raila needed to be active, still in the limelight, to shield Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Because he's the man that can raise the questions and charge the masses against the current administration. Number two, which I also look, Uhuru and Raila are so much into retaining the handshake crusaders, especially the handshake vote in Mount Kenya. Let me tell you, majority of people that supported Raila Odinga in Mount Kenya, the entry point to the concept of Raila was Uhuru Kenyatta. Martha Karua was just to add on and bring her own vote. And then they came in, they got into the concept of Raila Odinga. Concept of Raila Odinga is not very simple. Raila is a good man. And all those nasty, reckless, and tribalistic stereotypes that were planted were just for political expediency. So that retained. Uhuru may be interested that Raila retains that voting constituency, because even if it will not help, even if Raila may not be in the ballot, and I can tell you I have a strong conviction that Raila may not be in the ballot, even if Raila may not be in the ballot, but Raila supporting another candidate with that backing provides a very good opportunity for them to challenge President Ruto. So those are two reasons that he still wants to retain the voting constituency in Mount Kenya. And people have been asking, what can make them stay together? What do you think can still make them stay at the hip together? The other one maybe you're supposed to support so and support so, but what's happening? These guys, and I agree with people who have always said, being also one person who is a crusader of a handshake arrangement, that handshake was a good thing. And I agree with those who take it that Uhuru supported Raila. You will understand, you can give it every interpretation, but I can tell you, Uhuru supported Raila Odinga. Some of us are privy to maybe other information about this, but from this, naweza fungua macho nikwambie Uhuru supported Raila. Guys, there seems to be a message that former president is sending that is still here and is still active on politics. And that's what it all says. I don't think Uhuru flew the coast just to celebrate Raila. Raila's birthday. And by the way, he sent Raila Odinga a birthday message. Yes, said, shared. We've also see a host of leaders around Uhuru Kenyatta sending those messages. So the issue of the death of Azimio or something, and I am telling you guys, you dismiss Uhuru at your own risk and do a disservice to yourself. The man that can face William Ruto in 2027, that man needs Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Ask me why. Uhuru is the person that can mobilize, even for you, resources beyond borders. He can mobilize for you. It's not about deep state or shallow state or cool state or wet state. No. It's not about the type of the state. But Uhuru is a mobilizer and can mobilize for you. Even behind the scene, Uhuru can help you mobilize. As a man who had been in the politics, he can mobilize. Even though I also want to agree with those who say that maybe some of his strategies are normally blunt. Are we seeing the rather realization of Chief Justice Emeritus William Tunga's statement in Star that there could be a handshake between Ruto and Raila? Are you seeing Uhuru negotiating that? That have been a discussion, but I don't think, because before Uhuru negotiates a handshake between Ruto and Raila, and okay, Ruto says there is no ground of such, it may be a backroom, but before even people get there, there should be a handshake between Uhuru and Ruto, Uhuru, Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi, Raila, the beat, Musalia Mudavadi, Rigathi, there are a lot of handshakes that are really at stake, and I don't think the one Raila and Ruto will not, and even Raila Odinga have stated outright that he's not out for any such arrangement with President Ruto. Guys, what do you think was at the center of that meeting between Uhuru and Raila?